welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited because today I'm going to show you how to make a table, a do-it-yourself table for the low, for the very inexpensive. We are going to need wood first and some legs and some screws and some contact paper, and literally that's all you are going to need for this project. I was looking for this table online and I saw people selling it for $300 and up and all of that stuff, and I knew I could make this table without spending that much money. And normally when you buy tables online, they come undone anyway, so the main things that they have in those packages that they send you is the boards, the leg, the nails, and that's pretty much it. So that's all we are going to need for this DIY. I got all of the boards from Home Depot and I had them cut in size. The edging and the glue is also from Home Depot, and then everything else that I got, the contact paper and the legs for the table and also the lights that make it look super cool, are from Amazon. So it is a very easy to do, inexpensive, does not take a lot of time, and it will look really good and your bank account will love you at the end. So we are going to first need the wood. Okay, so I went to my local Home Depot and I got wood 8 feet by 2 feet. I got 2 of those and I only paid around 20 bucks for the wood. I cut it at the 5 feet mark, leaving a 5 foot and a 3 foot piece. Originally I wanted my table to be in an L shape, like this, but like this, you know. And then a second tier because I wanted it to look very minimalistic and not to have like a lot of stuff everywhere, and I didn't want it to look too cluttered, so I made the second tier. By the way, I feel like everybody should have a second tier to their table because without the second tier you can't put your keyboard underneath and you have a lot more room. As you can see, you have all of this luscious, spacious room to work with. So let me show you guys how I made a table. Roll the tape, y'all. So I started with the 5 foot table, drilled the legs into that bad boy, and then I started with the glue. This is the glue that I use. It is the Type Bond 3 Ultimate Wood Glue interior exterior, and it's waterproof. I don't think I needed to have it waterproof, but the extra security just made me feel like I'm secured. So I glued down the second 5 foot board to my other 5 foot board to make sure that it was thick enough to carry heavy items on my table. So after gluing it down, I used my very heavy law school textbooks. Shout out law school. The textbooks were super heavy and I put them on the corners and in the middle of the table to ensure that they were glued, because again, I didn't have any clamps and I don't have the tools that most of the Bob the Builders out there have, okay? I don't have those. So anyways, I waited overnight to make sure that the glue hardened and dried before I did anything else to the table itself. So after doing that, which you will see right here, you are going to need a hot iron to glue down the edgings to the grainy part of the wood. The hot iron breaks down the glue so that it can stick into the grainy material on the wood. It's very hard for contact paper to stay on grainy wood, so you want to ensure that you do edge your pieces of wood. This right here is the grainy wood that I'm talking about. This is really hard for contact paper to stay on, so we need to get rid of that. After you are done edging all of the pieces of the wood, you are then going to start the hardest process of the whole table making. It wasn't more so hard, it was more annoying and tedious than anything, and it's the contact paper. Hello. I'm just kidding. So these are the contact papers that you're gonna need. 2 of the white one and 1 of the marble one, okay? Mix that together and you get yourself a bougie looking table, okay? Brought to you by none other than me. I used only 2 of the white glossy contact papers for the whole project and then just 1 of the marble. The 8 by 2 table basically needed this much contact paper. One for one side and then the other for the other side. And at first I thought the line in the middle was going to bother me, but it ended up not bothering me, and I could cover it with the second tier of the table, which is another thing that the second tier of the table comes in handy. What you're gonna want to make sure when you're doing the contact paper is that there's no air bubbles and everything is laid down straight. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna start at the bottom. I thought that the easiest way to really glue this down was to start rolling back the backing to expose the sticky part of the contact paper, and holding this part of the contact paper as you go with the backing and just laying it down, and then smoothing out the part that we just laid down with my finger. I tried doing it with the credit card, but it started putting scratches on my contact paper, so I ended up just using my finger, which gave me like a little bit of a burn. So make sure you don't go too fast when you are doing that movement. That was probably just like the most annoyingest part of the whole table making. So once you're done with the contact paper, you're pretty much set, and the second tier is the same process as the main part of the table. You're going to take your small little legs that you also got from Amazon, and you're going to drill them in, power drill them in. The only difference is you don't have to glue a second part, because that amount of thickness is going to hold the weight that you need. I personally knew that I was just gonna have 2 monitors in like a plant. I didn't need it to be that thick. I knew it would be enough to carry all of that weight. With that being said, I then used the contact paper, the marble one, to give it that nice contrast and to really match with my decor. As you can see, I placed the contact paper the same exact way that I did with the main table. I felt like it was still minimalistic when it was all done, so I added the lights, the neon lights at the bottom. They are the Amazon lights that you see everywhere, especially on TikTok right now. This is the one that I got from Amazon, but now they have ones that come with remotes, so you can change the color. This one doesn't change color, it's just purple. So if you are going to get one, I suggest that you get the one that you can change different colors in case your decor is different than mine. This is the one that I suggest you guys to get, because you guys can change the colors on it. And that's pretty much it, guys. This is the way that the table came out. Like, as you can see, it came out really well. It looks like I went and I bought it from like an actual store. Yeah, like I love everything. The glossy makes it look really modern. The marble makes it look like I'm that bougie girl. I'm that beep. If I were to give you a guesstimate on how much I spent, it was probably less than 60 bucks. The only thing that costed a little bit more money was the lights on the table, and that's it. And that concludes the end of this video and the end of a 3-part process table making DIY do-it-yourself. You are a bad bee, Bob the Builder, honey, working it. And that's the tea, hunty. So basically, that's how you make yourself a bad and bougie table for the low. Anyways, this is definitely something that you guys should try out if you guys really wanted to make a table. I hope you guys liked it. And if you guys like more videos like this, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It is still the red button right there. Stay safe, YouTube. Stay safe. And I'll see you on the next video.
You know my heart.